So welcome to episode 3. This is a video on the instrument cluster and main screen. I guess you call it that. So this is the main screen. It's a single unit. Height-wise, depth, it's not the biggest. I mean, this is a Grande Woolworths coffee. So you can see height-wise, it's not the highest screen. Very basic layout. This is home. You can get there from this button. No, this dial does not allow you to skip through the different menus. That's very BM of you if you think it does. This whole button is dedicated to two purposes, and that is volume or switching volume off. It's a kind of a wasted button. Could have had more work to do, but anyway, this is your home screen. The only other screen that you can see in here is that, and that is where you would change your vehicle mode. Obviously all the modes make sense except for mountain. What the hell's mountain? Mountain is where the car supposedly gives you more torque, which is odd because it's a 4x2 and there is no 4x4 version. But yeah, that's it. But there is no other screen. It's either that or that. Very, very basic. I've watched reviews of people are saying good things about it, and I'm like, compared to what? I don't know. Because obviously the Chinese have dashboards that look like phones and tablets and so on. This is still very, I call it 2018, 2016 kind of style. I mean, it's got the wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and device management setting, car settings. There's a lot of needing to click with your fingers, which is very bad because then you need to do any kind of changes whilst you're parked. Not driving like I'm doing, but I'm in traffic, so hey. But yeah, any kind of changes, especially modes, changing from eco to sport, you would want a button or something around here, but you have to now reach forward. And because the car's quite spacious, if you're sitting in a comfortable position, you have to reach forward and start swiping and clicking, and not ideal. But yeah, the screen being this basic means you kind of always want to just be here. It's like to make your car look reasonable with the screen running at all times, you need to be in Android Auto or whatever, Apple CarPlay, just because then you get the visuals of your navigation or your music, whatever the case is. But yeah, it's the only way to sort of look nice, because if you just leave it in this mode, your only other option is to maybe leave it in radio. I'm currently stuck in audio off mode, but audio should not be off because volume says 9. Undo. Whoa, okay. Oh. Okay, there. So alternatively, you could leave it in your radio mode if you just want to leave your screen on a mode which is not Android Auto. Also not very attractive, but I also find I don't want to leave my car on Android Auto all the time because then my phone gets hot. I don't know, maybe that's a phone solution, but it's not an old phone. But yeah, so this is the dash. This is your instrument cluster. Instrument cluster looks nice because it's a digital screen. Very basic display. Firstly, on your steering, you have to choose what you want this button to do. Right now the button's changing the volume. If you wanted to control the dash, you need to switch mode, and now it can control the dash. But you'll see there's just trip 1, trip 2, and I think tire information and those things. But I mean, besides trip, I can't think of anything else I would leave the car in. The trip modes unfortunately are very basic, forced. You can't customize it, you can't change it, you can't choose what to display, what not to display. That's probably the thing that's a bit irritating, that you can't edit. So for instance, on trip 1 you can see the first screen is showing how much I've driven after a reset. The second icon, the 10.8, is the liters per 100. You can change units to, not liters per 100, but I think the other one is kilometers, something weird like that. You've got your average speed, and then you've got what your consumption is, whilst I'm braking, so that's why it's on 1. If I change to trip 2, you'll see it's got my full consumption, my full driving, how long I've driven. So the 432 matches the bottom 432. That means the car's only done 432 in total. If I resetting, it would reset that, but I was gonna just leave that running as a, I don't know, but yeah, you'll see it's still got the 10.8, so that stays. But then the third option is showing me range of tank until finish. I would have liked that on trip 1. I would have actually liked that trip 1 and trip 2, to be able to say trip 1 arguably is since refill, trip 2 is arguably from the time I've got the car. So that's sort of how I've always used trips on BM and VW. Computer on Ford says no, and there's no way of customizing it. So that's sort of like, this is what we give you, you've just got to take it and deal with it. Maybe for Ford drivers, this is like the space age for them, because they used to absolutely terrible technology. I don't know. So for Ford drivers that just keep upgrading through Ford, this must be like welcome to 2026. For people that have driven German cars, this is kind of very delayed. Even though the reviews, people are going crazy about how great the tech is. I don't understand. Maybe there's a secret unlocking, but I mean, this is the dark edition, so it's not like I don't have everything. I have to have everything. There was no additional extras. It's supposed to be here. But yeah, that is it for the screens video, chapter 3. Don't forget to like, share, and unsubscribe. Thank you.